Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatguru. So we are studying Karma Yoga, which is subject of third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Unless scriptures are useful for us to implement and practice for subjective spiritual life, sometimes if you say that utility of the scriptures or following the scriptures, implementing the teachings of the scriptures, the questions may come about the interpretation of the scriptures. That how we hear. Certain religions will tell, my scripture says to do this, that's why I do it. Will the present day society accepts it? Whether present day, the place where you stay, whether that country's constitution allows you to do that. So that is always a social part. No country ever writes a constitution how person should practice spirituality within. Another beauty of his constitution and the penal code, they tell you what you should not do. Scriptures always tell you what you should do. That's the difference. If you do this punishment, means you don't do so that you don't have punishment. That is what is called penal code or what is constitution. One should do this. But these are all social implications. Scriptures do not give any instruction how you should behave from a social standpoint. Whenever behavior comes, we behave in the society. When we meet people, that is our social appearance come behavior. So we cannot say scripture is completely free from our social behavior, but scriptures do not tell you how to behave in society. Scripture will tell you subjectively that be compassionate. Now how you want to become compassionate? Can compassion be negative? Can be. There is something called mercy killing. So no, I am compassionate. I can't see him suffering, so I kill him. No, not allowed. So, what makes us to interpret scriptures? That's why scriptures are meant to make you spiritually advance, so that the goal of scriptures, which is your realization of the truth, realization of God, realization of your ideal, so that you reach that, so that you can achieve that. Bhagavad Gita doesn't say by reading Bhagavad Gita, practicing Bhagavad Gita, you will create a good society. No, scripture doesn't care for that. But you can become a human being which is God-oriented human being. The life becomes God-oriented. Life becomes truth-oriented. God-word, forward. So, from that standpoint, what scriptures say? Yastu Atmarati. Rati in simple sense is happiness. There is nobody in this world who wants misery, who wants sorrows, who wants pain. We all want happiness. Wherever you find happiness, you repeat the action. When you don't repeat the action, that means the experience was not happy experience for you. Whichever experience. Even if you go to a restaurant, If you like the food, you go there second time. When you recommend people, oh, food is good. So idea is, all of us are looking for something which gives me happiness. Physical, mental, intellectual, spiritual. Eventually it is happiness. So, to be happy, this is little analysis we are doing. All of you know what happiness is, but analyzing. Do you have any happiness where no external object is involved in that happiness? I am happy because food is good. I am happy because movie is good. I am happy because the person is good. Do you have any experience of happiness without involvement of any object? Generally not. We are happy because of something. Because of person, because of place, because of a concept, because of a book, because of food. But all this what we listed just now is subject to my objectification by any one of my senses. Either the thing which I see is beautiful, so I am happy. Thing is, it tastes according to my requirement, so I feel happy. Either the music is good, so I am happy. You have 5 senses. To extract happiness from the world around you, suppose those 5 senses are shut down. Do you have any source of becoming happy? Can a blind person feel happy by watching a movie? He can't watch a movie. That blind is also deaf. So music is out for him, movie is out of him, nice natural scenery is out of him. Any kind of beauty is out of his reach. And after COVID, he lost his taste. So whether you eat bitter gourd or you eat rasgulla, both same to him. Yeah, during COVID time, I know people for 3-4 months. Swamiji, I do not know whether I am taking cow dung or food I am taking. All is same to me. So taste is gone. If your 5 senses stop working, is there any way for you to be happy? If you don't have a source of happiness which doesn't depend on any object, then practically there is no happiness. There is one happiness, which is happiness of being you. Wow, I got up in the morning, I am alive. Not because of anything, because of my own body maybe. So, is there any state which Sri Krishna says Atmarati, happiness within yourself? There are some not good words, so I will not bring that topic here. People misinterpret this also. It is not regarding your body that I am happy with my own body. No, not from that point of view. If you lose the touch in your entire body, whether you are in an air-conditioned room or whether you are in a warm, hot room, doesn't matter to you because your sense of touch is gone. I always say I should do research myself, but I'm forgetting when I speak here, I think that I should. There is a particular disease where a person doesn't have feeling of pain. You cut the finger, no pain. That is a disease. And hardly there are 2 to 3 dozen 30-35 people, individuals are there in this world who doesn't have. So we have pain. If you beat me, I have a pain. Is it good to have pain? Nobody says it is good to have pain. Pain is always bad. No. Fortunately, you have a sense of pain. I have read long before. The child doesn't have sense of pain. So the child doesn't know that you cannot pass through this wall. Child doesn't have pain, so child scratches here and an eyeball comes out. Because child doesn't have pain. So let us thank God that we have pain. We have sense of pain and we have feeling of pain. So you be careful in cutting or burning or doing anything which could be harmful to you. So there is everything, there are two different directions to look at. We do not want pain, that is fine. But we are happy that we have a sense of pain. I can discriminate between pain and pleasure. If you cannot discriminate, you will not be able to take care of the body, because if you yourself cut the body, you don't know. No sense of pain. And the child collides to the wall. Why you don't try to go through the wall? Not because you are intelligent. Because if you know, any hard thing means, if I collide, I will get pain. But the child doesn't have that sense. So child feels, as I can go through this door, I can go through this wall also. And it collides, but no pain. So, Atmarati, one who is happy without an object. We took this example which is given by Vasishtha to Lord Rama in Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. You become like the child of 2 to 3 months old, who doesn't need any external object to be happy. It is we who make him dependent slowly by showing him some toy and some music and mobile phone and this and that. And child becomes dependent on the object and then is not happy without that. There is a beautiful stotra. Swami Vivekananda refers that. And very, very unfortunate, but it is good thing. Unfortunate that we didn't do. There is a hymn, stotra, called Madalasa. Madalasa was a queen. She had 4 children. The moment the child is born, Madalasa was a great lady. From the day one of the life of every child, she told, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are Atman. Realizing that is the goal. There is nothing else which can become goal of your life. And the child grows and renounces. Child grows and renounces. And this Madalasa Stotra in recent time is made famous by a lady. She is an American or European lady. I have a great wish to invite her someday. And she has sung this. And her pronunciation will put all of us to shame. Her pronunciation is so good. You can look Madalasa Stotra. Just if you see, I think Graciela or some name is there. Otherwise, just by a white lady, just put it will come. That only will come, nothing else will come. And you hear how she sings. Whatever. So this Atmarati, to be happy in oneself. When you are unhappy, one general scenario for us to be unhappy is either I come in contact with the object which is not of my desire. I don't want to see his face, but I have to stay with him. So it's a painful experience to me to see his face. I want to see his face, but he hardly comes, so I can't see his face, so that is painful. As I had given once a reference, Tulsidas, he writes in his Ramayana, There is no difference between a saint and a wicked person. There is no difference. Both are same. How both can be same? So he proves. Vandahu, I bow down. Sant asajjana charana, I bow down at the feet of both the saint and a wicked person. Why? Ubhaya bicha kachu jai na varna. I can't see any difference between them. Both are same. How both are same? Bichurat ek pran har lehi. One person is such, to be away from him takes away my life. I have to leave him and stay. Cannot. Milat ek dukh daruna dehi. Other person, if you see him, it's painful. Another person, to be away from him is painful. Both are giving pain. Very nice poetic way of putting it. There is no difference between this and that. So, Atmarati, to be happy within oneself without any external object. We do not have any practice unless you take up that practice. So externally we are happy when we get an object of our choice which gives me happiness. Or I am able to avoid the object which used to give me pain, so keeping away itself is a happiness. Which is the third way to be happy? The food which I like is always served to me, so I am happy. I am not given any food which I don't like, so I am happy. I like certain people, I see them regularly, I am happy. I am fortunate not to see the people whom I don't like. I become happy. Do we have a third way to be happy? No. Anything otherwise happens makes our life miserable. It creates anger, it creates dejection, it creates all negativity. For the fun sake I say, just temperature here and there. Tea is hot, you like. Tea became cold, you don't like. What you like? Tea? No, tea with an adjective, hot tea. Without adjective, we don't like anything. Just see. Do you like this person? Let me see whether he is helpful to me or not. Let me see whether he is beneficial to me or not. Without this adjective, we don't like any object in this world. The world is very funny. We don't analyze. That's why. Atmarati is to be happy irrespective of object of my liking or disliking is with me. And that is almost impossible for a common man unless he or she consciously tries. Correct? You don't like certain person, for example. It irritates you by his very presence. Except being in the presence of that man, there is no situation for you to practice that even if he is present, irritation has stopped. Irritation has stopped for me because I practice in such a way. No, nothing wrong with him. You don't need to make friendship with him, fine, but you have nothing to be irritated just because he is, because it is your impression that he is not good. If he is not good, nobody should like him, but his mother likes him, his wife likes him, his children likes him. So he is not a bad person. For you he is bad, so something is there with you which doesn't matches with him. So don't blame him, blame yourself to correct yourself. This analysis nobody has time. And that's why people cannot be free from attachment and aversion. Attachment and hatred, nobody can be free from unless you consciously try to be free. Spiritual life is not impossible. This ideal which is given in Bhagavad Gita is not an impossible ideal. But it requires effort, tapasya. Sanskrit we call it ayasa labdha, that which is achieved after putting effort. There is a word anayas. Anayas means without ayas, without effort. So spiritual life is to put effort. First to find out what are my faults, then put effort to be free from that. So Atmarati is to be happy without any external help. You can find your own way to do it. Just being happy without any external help of any object adding happiness to your life. Sri Ramakrishna says one thing. Sometimes go to seclusion. Seclusion means to be alone. To be alone doesn't mean without anybody with you, without anything with you. Be alone. Persons are not with me, but whole samsara is with me. Calling him, messaging him, he sent me a message. No, be completely free. Unless you be in seclusion, you do not know where you stand in spiritual life. One topic is a little difficult in terms of not understanding but practicing. What's your identity? Who you are? Not I am so and so, not that identity I am telling. What actually you are? Oh, I go twice a day, meditate. Fine. During that meditation hour, you are a good person who meditates. Remaining hours, what you do? Do you do anything negative which is detrimental to your meditation? So what actually you are? Are you the same person who meditates? Or you are the person is remaining 22 or 23 hours who doesn't meditate at that time? You may agree or disagree with me. Your mental level is what? Not when you meditate. Your mental level is that what you do when you have nothing else to do. Most of us, when we have nothing else to do, we start scrolling Facebook, scrolling some social platform. Nothing is there, just scroll some movie, some video, some audio. What's you? You are that. How much spiritual progress I have made? I have made only that much spiritual progress which I do when I have nothing else to do. Or my spiritual level is that doing which I feel comfort. Which is my normal state of mind is what I am. Not which I do 1 hour meditation. It was good, it's good to do. But you are not that. You are trying to meditate and come down again. What's your normal state of mind? Your normal state of mind is that which you do when you have nothing to do. When you have nothing to do, I do japa. Then there is something. When I have nothing to do, I meditate. Then there you are. Or the second, you are that where you get comfort. Where you get, when I am too tired, what do I do? That is where your mind is. I work hard, then I go and drink. Working hard everybody does, but not everybody drinks after work. So you are that, a drunken man who takes refuge after hard work and you think that is comfort. Sedimentation, things settles down, your mind settles down in wine. Are we that person when I want to be dejected from everything? I go and take shelter in the name of God. That makes me comforted. That makes me happy. That makes me... No, it doesn't happen. What you do for your comfort is what you are. For comfort people smoke. For comfort people drink. For comfort people take chocolate. Many of us do. A child, serve food, no, I am full. Doesn't want to eat, no, I am full. Okay. So you remove the plate and his stomach is full, bring ice cream, big ice cream goes inside. If you are full, then how you took ice cream? Oh, I am full. Give a chocolate, take. Well, the place of chocolate was there. So here in Singapore, I attended one course. I have attended many courses, these were certificates. Because I look after children. So I wanted to study. I didn't study psychology from that point of view. So I attended some courses to understand. Children do not eat because they are hungry. Children eat for comfort. Experiment. A child is crying for some reason. Give what he likes, a chocolate or ice cream or something. Half of the pain is reduced. He did not want ice cream. Ice cream gives comfort to him. Find out what gives comfort to you. That is what you are. What gives me comfort? Watching TV, scrolling Facebook. There is hardly anybody who feels when I am too tired, I meditate. There are very few people to do that. What you put effort is not you are, because it's after putting effort you reach that state. But in your normal state of mind, what you do is what you are at this point of time. So I have my own vocabulary. First condition here, you have to be happy. There is no place of misery in my life. You have to say that. So I have to be happy. But you have to increase or rather you have to pull the level of your happiness. When you are a child, you have certain things which makes you happy. When you are young, something else makes you happy. So why that doesn't change when I am 40 or 50 or 60 or 70? That which gives me comfort, that thing has to improve. Spiritual life is that. You meditate, you do japa, you do pilgrimage, you service, seva, everything is good. Does it change this? Doesn't change this. That when I am dejected, when I am tired, when I am full fatigue, when I am completely drained out, physically and mentally, what gives me comfort? Mostly you will find the object of my five senses gives me comfort. Some food gives me comfort, something to see gives me comfort, etc., etc. How many people are there who say, oh, when I am completely tired, dejected, depressed, when I do japa, I become okay. Name of God gives me comfort. Name of God gives me help to come out of that. Name of God or meditating or oneself is the idea. That is called Atmarati. To be happy without any external object. To be happy irrespective of the external object is with you or not. That's called Atmarati. That's why it is sometimes good to think that is there any time that I am happy without anything, just happy. Not that somebody is giving me tasty food or some good fragrance or good touch or good sight or whatever. Without any external. So Vasishtha says to Sri Rama, think of the child who wakes up at night, everybody is fast asleep, The child is throwing its hand and feet something. It doesn't need any external object because it is not yet that much in contact with the world. The mother and father makes him dependent by showing a toy to him, by showing something mobile to him, by something, an object which makes the child happy. Immediate reaction is what? Child is not happy without that object. What a pity. He was fine. He was happy without anything. You made him dependent, that be happy with the object. Because you never thought that I can be happy without any object. Madalasa taught the child, no, things cannot make you happy. Happiness is within you. Sometimes, to some people whom you can talk, I say, excuse me, I am happy with you or without you. I don't need you for me to be happy. Otherwise, my happiness is deposited with you all. I sent a message to so and so, he did not reply to me, so I am sorry. So, my happiness is deposited with him. If he, by his grace, send me a reply to my message, then only I can become happy. What a dependency and slavery is that. I did so much for him, never even told thank you to me. So my happiness is deposited with that person, and with that graceful thank you says, that's why you will find some people, as soon as you respond or give, they are so much elated. Nobody thinks that it is a very miserable state of mind. That he had deposited that happiness with me, whomsoever they are. It is very difficult to be independently happy. Independently, not without persons I am telling. Independent to any object. Happiness within. This is not imagination. This is possible and people do it. To be happy within. Atma Tripta. Not only he is happy within himself, but he is contented to be happy within himself. About devotee of God, Sri Krishna says, one quality of Sri Krishna says, my devotee, one quality is the long shloka, Mayeva manadhastva, Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Nivashishyasi Mayeva atha udhvam na samshaya. There is no doubt about his spiritual progress. Definite spiritual progress will be there in whom? Mayeva manadhastva. One whose mind depends on me, means depend on the self. Self means Atman, not the one self, that point of view. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. What is nivesh? Nivesh word is used nowadays for the investment. Any investment, they say in Hindi, pure Hindi, it's a nivesh. Itna paisa wahan nivesh karo. Invest that money. One who invests his intellect in me, mayi buddhim niveshaya. Nivashishyasi Mayeva. He doesn't desire anything else than me. Atha udhvam. Then there is no doubt about his spiritual progress. Other quality, what I wanted to mention is Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. Tushyanti means contented. Ramanti means happy. One who is happy in God and one who is contented to be happy in God. There are some bitter words, that's why we all are here. We are not here to hear everything sweet. You have heard the famous song, tomorrow we are going to sing, Krishna Janmashtami. You will complete the line, Mere to Girdhar Gopal, Dusro na koi. Mere to Girdhar Gopal is fine. Dusra na koi, not everybody can do. Only Girdhar Gopal is mine and nothing else. That nothing else doesn't happen in our life. Girdhar Gopal is mine, along with that ABC also is mine, XYZ also is mine. Krishna doesn't come to me, never mind, but that person must come. So it is very difficult. Spiritual life is not easy, spiritual life is not everyone. Actually, religion is not for the masses. Rituals could be for masses. Spirituality, you have to work hard. Anybody from the mass can. Not that it is not for a particular group of people. No, anybody can. I remember one foreign worker, construction worker, he gets earlier 800 to 1000, now he gets about 1004 or 1005. He one day came to me. He is an ex-student of our mission. And he found people come with car, people come with good dresses. So he says, Swamiji, I came to Singapore to work. I get 1500 every month. It's a big money when it goes to India. Will I ever become like them? That I can buy a car? I said, no. You work hard. Maybe you want that money, then you can buy a car. No problem. I can't say you cannot become like that, but you can instantly become better than them. Not from financial point of view, from the spiritual point of view. I do not know if that person with a big car is devoted to God or not, whether he is truthful or not, whether he is pure at heart or not. You become that. You become an instantly better person. You don't compare yourself with anyone. Compare yourself with yourself. What I was yesterday, today I should be a better person. What I am today, tomorrow I will like to become a better person. This constant editing of yourself, self-assessment and self-introspection, these two processes should continuous work. When you do a mistake, how spiritual progress happens? I did a mistake. After many years, I should not have done that. That also, if you are fortunate, you realize in your life that I was not correct. You progress spiritually. The distance between your committing mistake and realizing that it was a mistake, the distance reduces when you spiritually progress. I did mistake, in few days time I came to know, I should not have done. Then you progress with your introspection. As soon as I did mistake, I understand. Sorry. Still you progress. Before committing mistake, you are reminded by yourself, I don't do it, it's a mistake. Our spiritual progress is like that. You and me are not great saints who suddenly a sinner becomes a saint. No. Slowly. The old timers know. Like Ravi Shastri, one run you keep on taking. Ours is that life. Not immediately sixers, 6 sixers in 1 hour. No, that doesn't happen with everybody's life. So our life is a slow spiritual progress. If you are ready, spiritually completely right, because of your some prarabdha karma, there is one coating of ignorance. And that ignorance is broken, and suddenly a saint comes out of a common man. As you hear in the life of Tulasidasa, as you hear in life of some other saints who apparently, for example, Valmiki, Ratnakar became Valmiki. Everything was ready, only there was a covering, small covering. That cover was gone, a dacoit becomes a saint. But we are the whole body is made of the same, it is not covering. The whole stuff is the same, so it takes time. We are like that. Sandalwood, chandanwood, you keep on rubbing, whole life you keep on rubbing yourself. Spiritual practice is difficult if your samskaras are not good. Doesn't matter what is my samskara. We say the moment you wake up, that is morning. I couldn't wake up at 4 o'clock. I wake up at 6 o'clock. Okay, that is my morning. I don't need to ponder and think about that I could have done this and no. Now you do. People say, Swami, you already old age, what I can do? No, now who says old age? It's a journey. Start now. I remember one devotee, at the age of 60, when Swamiji told, what is this? You are sitting here, already it is prayer time and nobody is there. You cannot play harmonium and do evening arati? What kind of devotee you are? Earlier Swamiji scored. So that gentleman said, okay. He started learning Sa at the age of 60. We had one Swami, passed away, I have seen him. Every day morning he used to sing one song, one bhajan. Same bhajan for years after years, decades after decade. A morning get a bhajan, Sakali Tomari Ichha. Same. So somebody told, Mamaji, when you will start the next song? Next life. This life, this song. I am not a musician. It is not a joke, it is patience. I want to be useful. At the age of 60, that gentleman learned 2-3 songs and the daily arati. At the age of 60. It's not a question, age is not a factor. It's a journey. You start anytime. Once I came to know, I start. So, yastu atmarati reva, one who is satisfied and happy within himself, atma triptascha, and is contented. You are not happy within and frustrated outside. No. Atmani eva cha santushta. Happiness within only. This sometimes you think that it is. Yeah, because it is told in Bhagavad Gita, so we don't want to deny and be arrogant. But doesn't seem to be possible by human being. No, it is possible by people. I remember a Swamiji, Swami Bhuteshanandaji. I gave the book today. We told Swamiji, you must be healthy, otherwise devotees want you to live for a long, many years. So he said, not that I want to die immediately, but that doesn't mean that I have a desire of living also. I don't care. I have nothing to achieve when I am alive, because whatever I need to achieve, I have achieved. So even if I go today, I am ready. But that doesn't mean I want to die. I don't want to commit suicide. No, not from that point of view. It is a very different state of mind where you are neither for the life nor for the death. As the prarabdha takes my body, let it go. There is a beautiful song in Hindi. It is one of the important songs which became quite a source of inspiration for me after joining the order. One line says, Kutil karam lai jaye mohi jahan, jahan apni bariyai. This kutil karma, let my karma take me wherever it wants. Then, this is Tulsidas example which Sri Ramakrishna is using in the gospel. But let my mind be fixed in Rama, just like a turtle swims everywhere in the ocean, but its mind is where the eggs are kept. That is the song of Tulsidas. Kutil karma le jaye mohi jahan, jahan apni bariyai, tahan jahan jani, jani means giving birth, tahan jahan jani, chilo cholo chadiye, kamatha anda ki nai. Just like the egg of the kamat. Kamat means turtle, tortoise, kachwa, kachap. As the turtle swims everywhere in the ocean, wherever, but its mind is always in the eggs which is laid on the shore of the ocean. Like this, O Rama, wherever my karma take me, it brought me to Singapore, took me to Argentina, brought me back, again sent me back to India. Wherever I go, doesn't matter. Let my mind be connected with God. Yah binati Raghuvir Gosai. Very beautiful song. So, a person who is Atmarati, Atmatripta, Atmaniyeva Santushta, Tasya Karyam na Vidyate. He doesn't have any duty to perform. Karma we are talking. Karma is must for everybody. For him also karma, but he doesn't care. Why? He doesn't have karma, he doesn't do karma out of his desire. Whatever karma is to be done, let body do karma. But there is no duty remains for him. What is duty? Duty is something which you perform out of compulsion. Duty is something which you do out of doing something to get the remuneration. That's called duty. Does the mother does duty to look after child? No, in one way. In higher sense, yes, could be, but otherwise no. Swami Vivekananda says, duty is a scorching sun which burns everyone. Do seva. If do seva, it is much more than duty. Duty you must do. Hey, do it. Why? Because you are doing duty. But if you are doing seva, simple experience, you don't need to be highly spiritual to do that. We were in Belur for 2 years, headquarters. And my good fortune that before Swami Vivekananda's birthday celebration, a duty came to us. We had to have a duty chart. So our principal Maharaj Jayadevanji removed the duty and put seva chart, not a duty chart. So my duty fell to go and clean Swami Vivekananda's room, on the bed where he slept, on the chair where he sat, the table which he used. I can see his turban which he wore in Chicago, that is there. I can see his coat, I can see his shoes. So we worked for 5-6 hours. When we were coming back to training center, we were talking. Hey, do you realize something? 6 hours we worked, but none of us feel tired. Why? Because nobody told me, hey, go and do this. Yeah, allotment was there, and we were so happy that we got the duty. So any work, when it comes out of the sense of service, then it doesn't become a scorching sun for us. It becomes a privilege. Same privilege, I remember, we do hard work. By nature, some of us are very active. One Swamiji told me one thing. Remember one thing, there is no difference between you, means me, between you and a general worker who is working, who is cleaning the drains or cleaning the roads and cleaning the trees and grass and all that. There is no difference between you and him. He takes money because he has a family to look after. Because you don't have anybody to look after, you don't take money. But you are serving the same Lord. He gets little remuneration and you don't take remuneration. Work is the same. How the same work can be two different types? Two is because of attitude. If your attitude is correct, in one way, this is a story which many of you may not have heard. Story means situation. Lord Rama, he is God, no? He is not an ordinary person. So he came to Vasishtha and says, beyond doubt I have realized that this world is unreal. I want to renounce. When he went to the school in young age, I want to renounce. Because there is nothing in this world for me to achieve. He is an incarnation, he has a supreme knowledge. Vasishtha told him, I will allow you to renounce. You prove me that this world is not God. Prove me. And Rama could not prove. Not that this world is real, no. There is only one existence, is God. So whatever exists is God. In that respect, this world also is God. That doesn't mean out of desire I say or realize that this world is true. No, not from that point of view. From a God point of view, from realization point of view. So, he doesn't have any duty to perform in this world. He doesn't have any duty to perform in this world. Who is satisfied within himself. When you do duty, when you do hard work, because you want something, good or bad, you have desires to fulfill. If there is no desire to fulfill, either you can do seva, service, or you don't, that also you don't do. There are some different standpoints are there. None of us want to do bad things, but a time comes when you do not want to do even good things. Why? What is wrong in doing good things? No, nothing wrong. What you call good thing again comes out of my little extrovertness. I am happy within myself. So there is no external duty exists for me. That is the state of this realized soul. That's what Sri Krishna says. Next two slokas are there, which is extension of this sloka in one way. Neva tasya kritena artho na kriteneha kaschana na chasya sarvabhuteshu kaschid vyapashraya. This sloka is a bit little technical. We shall take. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.